Just Eric Burris. This is the afternoon coffee talk. We get together 5 days a week and chat about what's going on in the world of weather. It has been a nice breezy day. You can see on the bottom of your screen we're cycling through temperatures. It has been a hot day, but I also want to point out we are tracking thunderstorms moving through the panhandle that are on their way to us. We have declared overnight tonight a first warning impact night, okay? And it's because there is a line of nasty storms that are going to be moving in, as you can see in the bottom corner. Tornado watch posted for parts of Georgia and the Florida Panhandle, okay? For right now, we're just tracking the heat in Central Florida and the gusty winds. So let's take you outside to see what's doing. This is Port Canaveral off there in the distance. It is a great day to spend some time outside over along the coast. Let's head over to Melbourne and see what's doing on our tower. You were working a minute ago, Tower Cam. NASA over at the Kennedy Space Center. This is where Falcon 9 launched this morning and gave so much of the country just an unbelievable sight in the sky. Meteorologist Alex Alisi actually has that story coming up a little bit later on West 2 News starting at 4 o'clock. What about into town? Here's inland. We're looking over through Maitland toward Altamont Springs and downtown Orlando. Looking very, very nice. It has been gusty. It is very hot. Here's a look at the winds around town right now. We're running at about 10, 15 miles per hour. What about temperatures? Where are they now? 93 in Orlando, 94 degrees currently in Sanford, 92 degrees in Daytona Beach, 91 degrees back over to DeLand, and about 88 degrees in Ocala. All right? Yeah, it's definitely a stay hydrated kind of afternoon. Michelle, good afternoon to you. Joanna, good afternoon to you. Don says good afternoon. I missed you every morning this week. Hard private duty job. Got to do what you got to do. That's okay. We're here in the afternoons as well to keep you updated on things. You know what I mean? Eileen says way too hot. I know what you're talking about. All right, so almanac for the day. Thus far, our high temperatures are in that 93, 94 degree range. And I do want to point out, it is Friday after all. Our first warning live Doppler radar is actually looking good for us for now. There's really not much, but you can see in the bottom corner, there are storms elsewhere. So let's move our radar up to the Panhandle, Panama City, Tallahassee, Apalachicola. That is currently where we are watching nasty thunderstorms. You can see all those dots in the storms. Those are lightning strikes, and that line is working in our direction, okay? Very important to know the difference. So let's talk about this. First and foremost, before we get too deep in things, we're looking fine for your evening plans, all right? Dinner outside. I mean, I hope to have dinner outside. Pool, going to a fancy dinner and a movie, whatever the case may be, we're looking fine there, okay? You're good. Thumbs up. After about midnight, though, that's when we're going to start to track showers and thunder showers moving into our area. Let me bring that satellite and radar to a bigger part of the screen here just so that you can get an idea. This is all associated. If you've been watching Coffee Talk the last couple of days, we have been talking about a cold front moving in. And that cold front is moving our direction over these next few days. Tonight, the prefrontal trough, the showers, the thunder showers, all of that atmospheric moisture moves into our area. All right, and then it's after that that we kind of see the real stormy weather. So here's 6:30, 7 o'clock, and you can see on Futurecast, and I'm going to bring it full. I want to make sure you've got the clearest perspective you possibly can. It's looking fine, right? After that, watch what happens 8, 9 o'clock. We start to see a little bit of rain moving into Marion County. Nothing strong, nothing severe, but just stuff around, okay? Let's continue through time, and we're going to get to the impacts in just a little bit. Our northern areas do get a little bit of rainfall around 10, 11 o'clock. Do not be surprised, and don't think that that's going to be the strongest stuff, right? There's going to be stronger stuff that's going to move in early tomorrow morning, and that's where I get to join you. I'm going to be in the office at like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning. Notice after midnight, though, 1 a.m., we start to see more activity showing up on our first warning live Doppler radar, and 2, 3 o'clock, you see those little pockets, those little dots of yellows and reds. those are going to be the areas that we have to watch particularly closely. Those are going to be the areas that perhaps have the nastier storms embedded within them, okay? Let's continue this through time. 4 a.m., 5 a.m., they're getting into the metro area, okay? And you start to see the pinks and the purples. That's when I think that the atmospheric dynamics are going to be in play, not just to get heavy downpours, but to also get some pockets of stronger storms. Out of everything that's moving in, we think there's going to be some pretty decent showers and thunder showers, but only 1 or 2 isolated pockets of severe weather, okay, of winds of 60 miles per hour or greater, of some hail. I can tell you, I'm going to be on the air with you starting at 5 a.m. on West 2 News Sunrise. But before that, if I need to cut into programming, I'm going to be there with you. If I need to be on Facebook and Twitter and YouTube Live, I'm going to be there with you, okay? So we call ourselves First Warning Weather for a reason, and that's exactly the reason there. The storms that we are tracking that are moving in our direction. What happens after 5 a.m.? Let's put the rest of the timeline through, okay? 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, it starts to move into south communities, Kissimmee, St. Cloud, Titusville, Port St. John. By about 8 o'clock, it continues to push further and further south, and then by about 9, 10 o'clock, the worst of the weather is clearing the area, and we're just limited to a few lingering showers around, maybe a thunder shower, but I think once it's done, it's done. You can see by about 12, 12:30, 1 o'clock, Futurecast still showing some energy around. I think that part is a little overdone, but we'll see. You know, these storm systems usually do come through with like a once through. Every now and then, though, you get some lingering stuff back behind it. I know that I'm missing your comments, so you'll have to forgive me. But after that point, we'll start to clear things out, okay? I know I'm missing your comments, and I apologize. I'm going to get to them right now. I don't want you to think that I'm ignoring you, but rather I just wanted to make sure to take you through Futurecast, because that's, let's face it, that's what everybody is truthfully caring about, okay? All right. Out of the severe risks, overnight tonight through 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, level 1 out of 5 risk. It's a low-end risk for strong to severe storms, but it is still a risk, okay? And then after 8 a.m., the only difference is that that threat shifts further to the south, okay, into Brevard County, Osceola County, and the like. Here's a look at the impacts, and then we're going to get to some of your questions. And again, I do apologize. I promise I'm not trying to ignore you. Strong wind gusts, I think we're going to see plenty of those. In terms of severe wind gusts, I think low-end threat, I think a few isolated cells will carry that. Hail, same thing. Tornado threat is lowest of all. We're really not looking at varying winds with height, so that certainly is the good news. Yeah, very good stuff, okay? All right. 95 here in Northwest Bombay. Oh, yeah. Cindy's asking, can we please have some rain? Please, please, please. Lady Lake, please, some rain. Yes, there's going to be some rain overnight for sure. There absolutely will be. It just hurt my feet walking across my so-called grass. Yeah, I can agree with that. Anthony's asking, is it a marginal risk? Yes. In terms of the exact definition from the Storm Prediction Center, we are under a marginal risk for strong to severe storms. But what we have found in case studies is that the terminology from the Storm Prediction Center, frankly, doesn't make sense to a lot of people that are asking, okay? So because of that point, we kind of are rolling on the definition as opposed to their terminology. I think that this explains it better, all right? So that's kind of what we're looking at. All right, who else? Kelly, thanks for the really great send-off gift. Severe weather, yes. Just wait, this isn't over. Touche. Craig, we need to wash this pollen out of the air. Yeah, that's not a bad thing. Dottie's asking, so Port Orange will be good. Port Orange will be getting showers and thunder showers. Mario's asking, any tornadoes tonight? We're really not expecting tornadoes to be a threat to us. I think it's more going to be wind gusts and isolated hail. Isolated hail. That's kind of that's kind of what we're looking at, okay? Here, by the way, just in discussion, I want to make sure to share. I'm going to pop up the half screen just so I can keep that box in the bottom left corner. But here's kind of the timeline of the 12-hour forecast, okay? And notice for the most part, our evening tonight looks fine. It's not until after. It's not until like midnight, 3, 4, 5 a.m. It's not until tomorrow morning. It's not until I wake up. Oh, joy. How fun is that going to be, right? Oh, joy. It's definitely hot out there, but still going. Growing old isn't for sissies. That's right. That's right. We'll be watching for all your updates. Thank you. Nancy, my pleasure, of course. Maureen just took a photo with Manolfi. I work at UCF Graduate. Yeah, he was out there. Congratulations. Excuse me. Manolfi's. Oh, my goodness. Manolfi's not in the office today because his daughter graduated. So, very cool. Very cool stuff. Sue's asking, wind gusts 40 miles per hour for how long? In the storms that move in tonight, that's when we're looking at those wind gusts, okay? That's when we're looking at them. So as these storms move through the area, that's where those wind gusts are going to be playing in. It is gross hot outside. Yeah. Anthony's asking, Mother's Day still look good? Yes. Thankfully, I had my coffee in this morning, and now I've switched to water. This is my water Yeti. All right, so for Mother's Day, hot in the morning, absolutely. Hot in the afternoon. Even though this is a cold front, don't think that it's going to be completely chilling us. It's just too late for that. What this instead will do is this is instead going to be able to just kind of reset us back to average, if you will. All right, but Mother's Day is looking good. It is looking drier, so that's good. That's good, right? Yeah. All right. Great day, getting hot indeed. All right, so that's where we're at. If I were to take a picture of one thing, if there was one thing I want to make sure you know about, it's this. The timeline for the nasty storms, okay? When I think that the worst of the weather moves into your area. And this, we talked a bit about it on Coffee Talk this morning. Do you know where you live on a map? That does play in, okay? Northwestern areas, 1, 2, 3, 4 a.m. That's when the stormier weather marches into your area. Through the metro area, from basically the I-4 corridor, 4, 5, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, and then into Brevard County, 7, 8, 9, 10 o'clock, in that window there, okay? Does anybody have any questions, anything like that? All right? Does anybody have any questions? I can promise you I'm going to be posting to social media throughout today, throughout tonight, overnight. I don't forecast myself getting much sleep. I just know how my brain operates, especially on scenarios like this, right? I just know how it works. The one thing I want to point out, though, before I show your 7-day forecast, the one thing that I want to point out is this, okay? Plans tonight look fine. By about 11 o'clock, if you're still out that late, that's when we may be running into some issues, okay? Otherwise, plans look all right. So let's chat about it. Central Florida's certified most accurate 7-day forecast showing the showers and thunder showers for your Saturday. 89 degrees your high temperature Saturday, 89 degrees for your Sunday. And then looking at next week, bright sunshine, mid-80s for highs. We just reset things. We put things back to where they should be, okay? All right, so what's to come on WESH 2 News at 4? I just shared with you the very latest forecast as of now, but meteorologist Alex Alisi and meteorologist Cam Tran are hard at work on a brand new forecast package. They have brand new futurecast data that is coming in even as we speak. So there's going to be all new numbers, brand new timing. There's also going to be the analysis of who has the highest threat for hail? Who has the highest threat for severe winds? Where are those dynamics really coming together? We're going to be talking about that on WESH 2 News starting at 4 o'clock. And then, of course, meteorologist Alex Alisi will carry the torch in for Tony Manolfi tonight to keep you updated. One last thing. Alex is staying through 2 a.m. I'm getting in about 1:30, 2 a.m., making sure you and your family are safe. In the event of severe weather, have your NOAA weather radio. Have your WESH 2 mobile app. That thing, I know this is a shameless plug, but the bosses have never asked me to plug it. I'm just doing it because I believe in the features that it has. You can get notified not only that rain is moving in your direction, but also if there is a severe thunderstorm warning or a tornado warning or anything like that, okay? In addition to all of that, our social media channels, I've got tweets going out like a banshee, making sure that you're aware, okay? Craig, please don't forget about Mother's Day. Definitely did not forget, already talked about it. But focusing on the severe weather risk because that's the main thing. Eliza's asking, if there's a tornado watch above us, does that mean that the storms will weaken by the time they hit Marion County? They could. They could hold together. They could weaken. It just kind of, this is one of those cases we're going to have to watch and see. The threat definitely is highest in the Panhandle, but looking at our direction, the threat is there. The dynamics are still there, okay? Okay, it's about 14 minutes to newscast, and you can bet meteorologist Cam Tran is going to be one busy girl, so tune in, all right? In the meantime, haven't hit records yet, but as you can see on the bottom of the screen, this Friday, May 6th, is a hot one. It is a very hot temperature. Yeah, 93 in Orlando. All right, be the sunshine in someone else's day. See you as needed overnight tonight. Bye, y'all.